Hello, my name is Shelby Horton, and I am the new Director of Communications here at Cosmopolitan. Today, I will be presenting a letter that I have created in response to Cosmopolitan's recent crisis to show you why this is the best form of reply that we can send out to the public. Recently, Cosmopolitan has printed an article about a woman named Simone Harbinson. This article talked about Harbinson's recent journey through her medical trauma and how it has led her to find a fitness and diet program called The BOD, which helped her lose 44 pounds. For the response of the public, this publication was titled, How This Woman Lost 44 Pounds Without Any Exercise. It has since been changed to, A Serious Health Scare Helped Me Love My Body More Than Ever. Because of this article, the public has accused Cosmopolitan of insinuating that cancer is a good way to lose weight. They initially thought this because of the pairing of the old heading with the content of the article. As you can see on this PowerPoint, I have included just a few of the tweets that we have received from this situation, which shows how severe this crisis is. Although the circumstance is not highly severe, it does impact Cosmopolitan negatively, which means that we have to do something. The first step that we need to do when approaching this crisis is identifying the type of audience that we are dealing with. As you can see in this matrix, there are 4 types of audiences. Our audience would fit into a category D, or concerned audience, because it is low severity and high responsibility. In the book Business and Professional Communication, the authors DeSanza and Legge talk about this category, saying, although the audience believes the harm to people or to the environment is minimal, individuals are concerned because a weakness in the organization has been revealed that could cause a more serious crisis later. This perfectly describes what our audience thinks about this crisis because they hold us highly responsible for the issue and think this incident could hurt us more down the road. Since we are dealing with a concerned audience, DeSanza and Legge suggest that we use strategies such as bolstering, minimization, corrective action, and mortification in our response. Through the next few slides, I will break down each strategy by explaining what they mean and pulling quotes from the response letter that I wrote to show you how I have effectively used these strategies. The first one is bolstering. Bolstering is relating positive attributes of the organization that might offset negative feelings about the crisis. To integrate bolstering into my letter, I wrote this first quote that you can see to make up the first paragraph, and the next quote is reiterated further down in the letter. DeSanza and Legge write, to be effective, bolstering should be directly related to the charges made against the organization. This is what I did by directly correlating my statements to the crisis while mentioning our high title. The second strategy, minimization, is an attempt to reduce the amount of negative effect associated with the crisis. I use the strategy throughout the letter by saying each of these 3 quotes that you can see at the bottom of the screen. This helped the situation have a positive effect in addition to a negative one, which takes some of the attention away from the negativity. By having these sentences in the letter, the audience can see the crisis from a different perspective and not put too much emphasis on the bad. The final strategies are corrective action and mortification. Corrective action entails a vow to correct problems and make changes in order to prevent them from happening again. I use this strategy in the letter by saying the quote underneath the definition of corrective action that you can see. I went on to elaborate and tell the reader about our new policies, including hiring new editors to make sure the message is coming across as it should, and putting stricter guidelines on our headlines to ensure the title correctly reflects the content. Having this in the letter is effective because it helps restore the corporation's image by supporting it with action. The last strategy, mortification, is when the corporation admits responsibility and asks for forgiveness. I use this strategy at the beginning and end of the letter by saying the quote on the screen. This helps address the high responsibility while sounding sincere. DeSanza and Legge mentioned that this could pose as a legal liability, but since the severity is low, the liability is minimal. This section of the letter is vital because it directly addresses the audience and lets them know that we accept responsibility and are sincerely sorry it happened. This will help the audience feel more inclined to forgive and give a foundation for them to respect the corporation again. Now, since we have the letter and have used all the rhetorical strategies to properly address our audience, we had to decide where to put it. I say that we should post it on all of our social media platforms such as Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and also print it in the next Cosmopolitan magazine. This would ensure that the majority of the public will see the apology. By having the letter appear in these mediums helps the message go out to the people affected and directly correlates the apology with the root of the crisis. Overall, I would highly recommend that this letter be published because not only does it effectively address the crisis and audience, it helps restore Cosmopolitan's good name and gain its respect back. Thank you.